Hey watch friends, it's been a painful month of waiting with carrier delays, but the second hour Mandala has arrived, and let's go ahead and dive in and take a first look. We're going to be opening this today with a Benchmade bug out, and this is the mini in the obviously white and black colorway. I will have an Amazon affiliate link in the description if you are interested in purchasing one. That does help out the channel and of course doesn't cost you anything as well, so that is appreciated. But this one, as I've already shared, if you've been following my channel, this one is going to be the pale blue mandala, and this one is live on Kickstarter right now. We'll talk about some of the basic specs that go along with this, and definitely, from what I've seen so far, it's one that I think you're likely going to want to check into. This, of course, is, and I apologize for the noisiness there, this packaging, this is not going to be the final packaging. This is a review sample, or actually a prototype here, and this is not coming directly from Second Hour, so that packaging that you saw there, that's how the previous reviewer shipped this out, which it certainly was well protected. You can see here, this one's coming in a soft touch, kind of like a canvas pouch here, but this is not the final. They actually have production pictures on the Second Hour Kickstarter campaign for the mandala. So I do encourage you to check that out. They did a custom case for it, really cool looking, and it plays into the overall aesthetic and style of the watch well. So with that though, let's go ahead. I mean, first for this, it is a nice pouch too, so I wouldn't have minded if they included this one. But let's check this bad boy out. Oh, here we go. So this is, as I mentioned, this is the pale blue version. This is coming on the bracelet. So this, for overall specs, this one is coming in. This is a 40mm watch. We'll get all this on calipers for the full review, and I will be having a full review coming, but due to the time sensitivity, I wanted to get as much content up as possible for you guys to help you out in making your decisions, colorways, etc. For that. But this will be coming with the campaign. You're going to get that custom pouch, not the one we just saw. You will get the bracelet that we're going to take a look at here. You will get a NATO strap with it as well, and then additionally, they're even including a spring bar tool and a screwdriver, so pretty crazy there. It will have a 2-year warranty. The overall specs for this, it's coming in, it's a 40mm case, 20mm lug, 45mm for lug to lug, 10.3mm for thickness, flat sapphire crystal with an inner AR coating. This, you might have heard, is going to be a 90-39 movement, meaning it's a Miyota without the date. However, the Kickstarter campaign, they have successfully reached a stretch goal, so they are offering an option of a 90-39 or a 90-15. So you can get with or without the date window, depending on your preference, which is a really nice touch there. So I was glad to see that happen. I personally will probably be going for the 90-39, the one we're going to look at today, though I haven't made up my mind on colorway yet either. This one is a strong contender for me. So that's pretty exciting. And yes, I have already backed this one on their campaign. This is going to also have 100 meters or 10 atmospheres of water resistance, so it's kind of a nice do-all sports watch. So with all that information, and of course we'll talk about it in more detail for the full review, but I did want to at least cover some of the highlights for initial first impressions. I'm going to stop talking and actually take a look at this and stop distracting myself here and look at this watch. I know a lot of people have been asking, what does this colorway really look like in person? And I'm going to do, in the full review, you'll see color comparisons and things along those lines to try to help to the extent that this is picking up on camera. Different colorways, of course, your camera, your screen, etc. can all render a little differently. So for the full review, we will look at this in indoor and outdoor light. I'll check it out for color comparisons, all those kind of things. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for full details there. We'll have this and actually have a lot of other ones coming up for the channel also. So let's take a look though. The side profile here, you can see really nice, very sleek. I like that case shape a lot. I mean, man, is that thing minimalist. When it says 10.3, it's hard to believe this is an automatic. Yeah, it has a little more thickness than some manual ones, but that mid case, I can't wait to get calipers on that. I mean, that is just crazy thin through there. And then the total overall dimension of 10.3 is just nuts also. So there's from both sides. Very sleek lines, very good looking. I'm extremely impressed with that so far. As to this dial, which I know is one of the main things that a lot of you are probably looking for, let's try to shift this around, pick up a little bit of light, get some intentional reflection there so you can see how that kind of plays. There will be, I believe, more inner AR coating. There will definitely be pumped up for C3. The crown here is going to be sign crown for that. I'm sorry, a loomed sign crown for that. But we'll talk about all these things in the full review. So from first impressions, I've got to say this is a more pale blue and a more of a silver blue, which is what it's described as, than I was expecting. So I thought this was going to be similar to my Zelos Ice Mako. This is a much softer, it's a much more subtle blue than I expected, and it absolutely, from what I'm seeing so far, does color shift completely to that silver range there. So do stay tuned to see more footage of that, and I'm looking forward to that myself, seeing how this shows up in different conditions, but just on camera here, trying to pick up all those different angles so you can get a better feel for what this looks like and just how much it does color shift, because I'm seeing a lot of that going on. When you go here, you can see it really washes out and gets that gray silver look to that. I mean, almost doesn't even look like it possibly could be blue, and then you shift it to there and you really start to get that Easter egg pastel blue pop going from that. So really interesting there. And then, of course, let's take a little bit of a look at this handset and hardware, see how that all mates together. That gorgeous guilloche in the middle, that 3D texture to the dial. A lot of cool things to check out here. Man, I am, in case you can't tell, I'm pumped about this one, and I'm very much looking forward to doing this full review and actually spending some time with it, giving you a fully informed opinion. This will admittedly be a short-term review, so I'm only going to spend a couple days with this on wrist. Normally, I like to spend a little more time for them, but I just want to get enough of a feel for it, but still have it up in time for the campaign due to the carrier delays here. So I hope that this has been helpful for you, and this has at least whet your appetite for seeing more content on this one. I personally, from what I'm seeing so far, it's everything that I had hoped it would be, and honestly, probably more. It's just feeling this in hand. Everything feels very solid. Great first impression across the board, and this is on a prototype, so it hopefully will only be getting better if anything there. But even if this was the production model, from what I've seen at first impression, definitely impressed. And for this pale blue color, man, it's a crazy color in person. So I'm hoping that this renders pretty well, and your camera can pick that up, and you guys can get a better idea as to what this would look like. But this is going to be, I think, a lot more of a versatile color than I was initially anticipating there. So I hope this has been helpful as a first impression for you. If you did find this helpful, if you could please hit that like button, and additionally, as I mentioned, if you could hit that subscribe button, that's very much appreciated. And then, of course, there's Amazon affiliate links in the description. We'll have more with straps and, of course, that bug out and those kind of things also. But thanks for checking this out, and look forward to sharing more with you.